Hello there everybody, it is me Feezer Bunny and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So I know it's been a hot minute since my last build, but today we are back with a New England inspired lighthouse build. So this is a 3-bedroom family home and I actually wanted to call this the Amity something lighthouse, but I wasn't sure if I wanted that horror connotation because, you know, Amityville Horror or Amity Island from Jaws. So I'm just gonna stick to calling this the New England Lighthouse. But yeah, I wanted to do something fun with the new curved walls feature in The Sims 4. And yeah, this is my first time working with curved walls on the channel. I've known about this when I was working on high school years. But yeah, this is my first time properly showing it off on the channel because the time I was working on high school years, I wasn't able to use it in my builds because it was still under development. So yeah, I'm really happy to be able to show it in this build. And this is also somewhat of a callback to an older build I did way back in 2015. If any of you guys remember my lighthouse home build from back then. And it's crazy to think just how much The Sims 4 has changed since then. That speed build is still up on the channel, by the way, just be warned. I do cringe a bit at my old builds because I was a teenager back then and I wasn't really you know, aware of kind of like, you know, I wasn't as self-aware back then as I am now. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you're planning to watch that build. But anyway, I'm really proud of how innovative I was back then, actually, just to be able to think of doing a lighthouse build, you know, when The Sims was still about a year old was something that I'm really happy that I came up with that, actually. And now that I think about it, I feel like I should really be more creative with my builds because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the channel's been like starting to plateau recently. I don't know, we'll see. We'll definitely try some new stuff once in a while. But yeah, I'll give you guys a quick update on my giveaway. So yes, the giveaway is now closed. I have actually contacted someone. I'm just waiting for them to respond to my message, so I won't be able to announce the winner in this video, but hopefully I'll be able to announce it in the next one. So please keep an eye out for that, and also please check your DMs. Anyway, this is the lighthouse bit of this build, and I gotta say, I had a lot of fun with this. It was such a pain though to get the lights to work the way I wanted them to, because I discovered that you can actually rotate these spotlights that came with Get Famous, and they look pretty convincing as like these lighthouse lights, right? Unfortunately, they can be very temperamental, because every time you plop this build, the spotlights won't work, okay? And it's really hard to explain this, but basically what you're supposed to do is grab them, put them outside, and there's an option if you click on the lights to change the light color. When you plop them outside, change the light color, and that should bring back the light effect, because it doesn't show the light effect, which is really weird. I will put like a proper like written instruction on this in the comments because it's a bit difficult to explain in like a couple of seconds, but you guys can see that they do actually work as I'm placing them here, but whenever you plop this lot, they just stop working for some reason. So yeah, if it doesn't work for you, try turning them on or off, or maybe like switching the light color, because that often works for me. But most often than not, you will have to grab them and manually place them outside. I don't know why you have to do that, but they seem to work every time I do that, so just please keep that in mind. Anyway, I'm adding in some kind of like reddish accents here in the lighthouse area, just to make it more of a classic lighthouse aesthetic, and I'm really happy with this build, actually. I can definitely see myself living here in my own personal gameplay, not that I'm doing a lot of that recently because I've been really busy with IRL stuff, and I've been also working on a 64 by 64 build, which I have been posting some previews on Twitter, and those of you guys who are patrons of mine have also probably seen this build, this legendary 64 by 64 build like months ago, because I have announced it for my patrons back then. But yeah, I have a patron. Happy announcement. I haven't really talked about it that much on the channel, but yeah, if you guys want your names to be featured on the video, because I'm doing that now, you're welcome to join my Patreon. It's only $2. Is that like a really heavy-handed way of promoting it? I don't know why, but basically I'm just trying to make the channel more self-sufficient. So yeah, if you guys would like that, I have a Patreon if you guys want to support me on there. But anyway, moving on to the interior. I really love the interior. I'm so happy with the layout, because it's a bit of a different layout than anything I've ever done before, especially the stairs. I feel like I haven't done a layout with this kind of like stair layout before. I'm really happy about that. I did unfortunately lose some footage in this build. Unfortunately, one of my favorite bits, the kitchen, has been lost due to technical difficulties, so unfortunately I won't be able to show that in the speed build part of this video, but I will make sure to include footage of it in the house tour, which you've probably already seen, because now I have moved that to the very beginning part of the video. And yeah, let me know how you feel about that. I've been getting some like mixed feelings about that, but yeah, we'll see. I haven't seen any significant changes, honestly, to when I moved that part of the video to the very beginning, but we'll see how it works out in the end. I'm gonna give it a couple more months just to see how it all turns out. If it doesn't give me any significant changes, I might move it back to the end of the video, because I actually prefer it at the end as well, since a lot of you guys have also expressed your preference to have the house tour part of the video towards the end anyway. But yeah, moving on to the interior, I actually really love the interior. It's more contemporary. I definitely like to think that this has been renovated at some point over the past recent years. The only thing I wish was probably like more space in the living room, because it does feel a little bit cramped. And I really wanted to have a TV in there, because it kind of feels weird to have a contemporary living room without a TV. So the TV feels a little bit squished, but that's because I really wanted to use a large fireplace, because I feel like houses like these have like a more of a statement fireplace. Oh, also I forgot to mention that I was going for somewhat of a nautical feel for this house as well. So I was going for more of a contemporary nautical, so you'll see a little bit of blue touches here and there, especially in the kids' bedroom, which is probably my favorite room ever. But this is the master bedroom, and I also really enjoyed this room as well. I really liked what I did with the curtains right there, mixing those fabric curtains with those blinds. I feel like it was a really clever idea that I should really do more often, because I feel like people actually do that in real life. But yeah, I just wish that I had more room here in the master bedroom, because it does feel weird that they only have a dresser for their main closet. I would have liked to have like a proper like walk-in closet in there, but I did want to fit in as many rooms in this house as I can. So I ended up with 3 bedrooms. There is a guest bedroom downstairs, and there's also 2 bathrooms as well, 2 full bathrooms. But because of that, it's a little bit squished. I didn't really have much space to fit in like a proper closet in the master bedroom. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. But anyway, moving on to my favorite room of the house. This is the kids' bedroom, and like I said, I was going for more of a nautical theme, so you can see kind of like the lighthouse, and there's also going to be a sailboat in here as well at some point. But yeah, I really love the navy blue and that wooden accent wall right there. That is from Cats and Dogs. I used a lot of Cats and Dogs in this build actually, and I think Cats and Dogs is perfect for kind of like that more traditional New England style aesthetic anyway, so really happy with how it all came together. And I think this is probably one of my favorite kids rooms that I've ever done, because I don't tend to do a lot of like family homes, but this one is just like, I just absolutely love this. Oh my gosh, I also got to use that little tent play area thing that came with one of the new kits. I forgot the name of the kit. Is it like camping tiny campers kit? Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this, but that actually has gameplay in it. Like the kids can play inside of that tent and it's so much fun. I did try it out for a little bit. I did try out the gameplay for this and it works, and I'm really happy because I was nervous because that tent kind of looked like it was a tight squeeze, but I'm really happy that it is an actual functioning object. And I love it so much. I think that was such a clever item, and I would get that kit just to have that tent. Actually, you know what? Now that I've seen that kid tiny campers kit, whatever it's called, it's actually a pretty good kit. It has a lot of good items. I know I haven't really shown that off in my channel that much, but it's a really good kit. But yeah, we're doing some landscaping right now, and we're just, you know, kind of like doing more of a naturalistic landscaping, which is my usual landscaping. And I find that there does tend to be a lot of like these grassy bits in these lighthouse homes, so I was kind of like going for that aesthetic, also kind of like to match the rest of the world as well. But it looks like that's going to be it for this build. Actually, I know it was a little bit of a quick one, but I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. And I just want to take a second to say thank you all so much to all of you guys for dropping by and watching this video all through the end. Thank you so much for watching. You all have an awesome day. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.